Python programming language. Python is a high-level, general-purpose programming language. Its design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation. Python एक उच्च स्तरीय, सामान्य उद्देश्य वाली प्रोग्रामिंग भाषा है. इसका डिज़ाइन दर्शन महत्वपूर्ण इंडेंटेशन के उपयोग के साथ कोड पठनीयता पर जोर देता है. Python is meant to be an easily readable language. Its formatting is visually uncluttered and often uses English keywords where other languages use punctuation. Unlike many other languages, it does not use curly brackets to delimit blocks, and semicolons after statements are allowed but rarely used. It has fewer syntactic exceptions and special cases than C और Pascal. Python ब्लॉक को सीमांकित करने के लिए कर्ली ब्रैकेट या कीवर्ड के बजाय रिक्त स्थान इंडेंटेशन का उपयोग करता है. इंडेंटेशन में वृद्धि कुछ कथनों के बाद होती है. इंडेंटेशन में कमी वर्तमान ब्लॉक के अंत को दर्शाती है. 94 इस प्रकार प्रोग्राम की दृश्य संरचना इसकी अर्थ संरचना का सटीक रूप से प्रतिनिधित्व करती है. 95 इस सुविधा को कभी कभी ऑफसाइड नियम कहा जाता है. कुछ अन्य भाषाएं इस तरह से इंडेंटेशन का उपयोग करती हैं, लेकिन अधिकांश में इंडेंटेशन का कोई अर्थपूर्ण अर्थ नहीं होता है. अनुशंसित इंडेंट आकार 4 रिक्त स्थान है. स्टेटमेंट्स एंड कंट्रोल फ्लो. Python statements include the assignment statement using a single equals sign equals, the if statement which conditionally executes a block of code along with else and elif, a contraction of else if, the for statement which iterates over an iterable object, capturing each element to a local variable for use by the attached block, the while statement which executes a block of code as long as its condition is true, the try statement which allows exceptions raised in its attached code block to be caught and handled by except clauses or new syntax except in Python 3.11 for exception groups. 97 it also ensures that cleanup code in a finally block is always run regardless of how the block exits. The raise statement, used to raise a specified exception or re-raise a caught exception. The class statement, which executes a block of code and attaches its local namespace to a class for use in object-oriented programming. The def statement, which defines a function or method. The with statement, which encloses a code block within a context manager, for example, acquiring a lock before it is run, then releasing the lock, or opening and closing a file, allowing resource acquisition as initialization, RAI-like behavior and replacing a common try. Finally, idiom. 98. The break statement, which exits a loop. The continue statement, which skips the rest of the current iteration and continues with the next. The del statement, which removes a variable, deleting the reference from the name to the value, and producing an error if the variable is referred to before it is redefined. The pass statement, serving as a knob, syntactically needed to create an empty code block. The assert statement, used in debugging to check for conditions that should apply. The yield statement, which returns a value from a generator function, and also an operator used to implement coroutines. The return statement, used to return a value from a function. The import and from statements, used to import modules whose functions or variables can be used in the current program. The match and case statements, an analog of the switch statement construct, that compares an expression against one or more cases as a control of flow measure.